Hey friends, welcome back to a brand new episode of our podcast. Today, we've got a beautiful English story for you. And along the way, we'll learn some amazing new words together.
Hello, my friends. I'm your host, Julia. Of course, we'll teach you each word with real-life examples so you can use them confidently in your English.
And believe us, and we'll teach you in an interesting way that makes learning fun and easy.
In a small village at the edge of a big city, lived a single mother named Emily and her little boy, Rogan. They had no one else, no father, no relatives, only each other. Life had not been kind to them, but their bond was strong.
Welcome back, my friends. So in the story we just heard, life had not been kind to them.
Yes. Friends, can you tell us why the word been is used here? If you know the answer, pause the video and leave a comment.
Let me explain in the easiest way, my friends. When we say, life had not been kind to them, we're talking about something in the past, something that already happened before another moment in the past.
Let me explain in the easiest way, my friends. When we say life had not been kind to them, we're talking about something in the past, something that already happened before another moment in the past. So, life had not been kind to them means that for a long time before now, life was difficult and full of problems for Emily and Rogan.
Now we'll share some real-life examples so that you can understand better. For example, before he got his new job, life had not been kind to James. He was struggling to pay his bills and take care of his family.
Yes. That means James had a tough time in the past, just like Emily and Rogan. Another example, she smiled for the first time in years. Life had not been kind to her, but she never gave up.
So, had been shows a condition or situation lasting over time in the past. Her life had been hard. Her life was in a hard state for a while.
Emily worked day and night to make ends meet. Every morning, she woke up before the sun and walked miles to clean houses in the city. She had only one pair of old shoes, their soles almost torn, but she never complained.
Take a little pause here, my friends. The story said, their soles were almost torn, but she never complained. Now, do you know what soles and torn mean?
Yeah, the sole is the bottom part of your shoe, the part that touches the ground. If the sole is torn, that means it's ripped or damaged, like the shoe is falling apart.
Exactly. Let me give you a quick example. After walking for hours, the soles of my shoes were completely torn. That means the shoes were in really bad condition, just like Emily's.
Rogan was just 8 years old, but he understood. He never asked for toys, or sweets, or new clothes. He studied hard at school, and every day he waited at the small window until his mother came home. One day, on her way back from work, Emily saw Rogan sitting quietly with a sad face. "What's wrong, my son?" she asked, kneeling beside him. "Mother, my school trip is tomorrow, everyone is going." "But I didn't give the teacher the money," he said, looking down. Emily's heart broke into pieces. She had heard about the trip. It was only $100, but even that felt like a mountain to climb. That night, while Rogan was asleep, Emily sat by the small oil lamp. She counted every coin she had. Still short. She looked around the tiny room, and her eyes fell on her shawl, the only warm one she owned. The next morning she walked to the market. She sold the shawl and used the money to pay for Rogan's school trip. She shivered all the way back, but her heart was warm. When Rogan found out, he hugged her tightly. "Mother, I don't want to go anymore. I want you to stay warm." "No, my son, you must go. You deserve to see the world, even if I can't," she said, smiling gently.
Welcome back, my friends. I got emotional by the story. Are you too? She looked around the tiny room. Here, look around. This is a phrasal verb.
Yes, and phrasal verbs are very important for speaking fluent English. For example, look around means to check or observe your surroundings, like, I looked around the store, but I couldn't find what I needed.
Nice. Then the story says, she shivered all the way back, but her heart was warm. Here, shiver means to shake slightly because of cold or fear. For example, he shivered in the rain because he forgot his jacket.
As winter arrived, things became harder. Emily's cough got worse, and her feet hurt badly from walking in broken shoes. Still, she kept going. One cold morning, she fainted on the street. A kind man passing by stopped to help her. "Are you okay, sister?" he asked, helping her sit up. "I just need a minute," she whispered. But she couldn't stand. The man called a doctor. It turned out Emily had a chest infection, made worse by the cold and tiredness.
Welcome back, my friends. That was a touching story, wasn't it?
Absolutely. It shows how tough Emily's situation was. But now let's look at the sentence. Her feet hurt badly from walking in broken shoes. Still, she kept going. So, what does keep going mean?
Good question. Keep going means you don't stop. Even when things are hard, you stay strong and continue moving forward.
Right. For example, imagine you're very tired while studying for an exam, but you don't give up. You keep going until you finish.
Even though she was sick, she kept working to finish her project. This means she didn't stop working, even when she wasn't feeling well.
Now let's explore another word from the story. Fainted. The sentence says, one cold morning, she fainted on the street.
Yes, to faint means to suddenly lose consciousness. Like when your body shuts down for a moment, often because you're too tired, hungry, or sick. You might fall or collapse without warning.
Right. For example, he fainted after standing in the sun for too long without drinking water.
Rogan came to see her every evening. "I'll take care of you now, Mother," he said, holding her hand. Emily smiled. "You always did." The man who helped Emily was a school teacher. He had heard about Rogan before, from his principal. "A very polite and hard-working boy," the principal had said. The teacher met with the head of a scholarship program. A few weeks later, Rogan was offered a full scholarship to a better school in the city. Books, uniform, transport, everything included. When Emily heard the news, she cried. But these were tears of joy. "My son will have a better life," she whispered. Rogan grew up to be a kind and educated young man. He became a school teacher, just like the man who helped his mother that day. He built a small but beautiful home, and Emily never had to walk miles again. He bought her new shoes, warm clothes, and everything she had once given up for him. And every year on Mother's Day, he placed her old, worn-out shoes in a glass box